In today's tutorial, we're going to build this little starter home together. Despite it being a fairly simple shape, it will look great wherever you choose to put it in your world. And as it's so easy to build, you can scale it up or down depending on your needs. We're only creating the shell of the house today, which means that you can be creative with the interior, or keep your eyes peeled for a future video where I'll be doing it up inside. Just a quick disclaimer, this build includes no CITs or mods, just retexturing of the blocks, flowers and the leaves from a mix of the Mizuno 16 texture pack, Better Leaves and the Botanical collection. Let's have a look at the materials needed for the shell of the house. To get started, copy the shape you can see on your screen now. I've already filled in the floor with oak planks, so pause the video here and do the same. Let's now go in and add granite blocks on the coloured wood planks, ignoring the brick and log blocks for the time being. Once you've created that shape, add in a door on the single log at the front of the house. Then, following what I do, fill in the logs with granite again, but this time place a 1 high glass pane on top. On the back wall opposite the door, we're going to build this window up by adding another 2 rows of glass panes, and then a single pane in the middle. Get your white concrete blocks and build around the window like I'm doing here. This starts to form the shape of the wall, and including the granite slabs and the glass panes, the highest point of this wall should be 6 blocks high. Move across to the portion of the house that extends out and do exactly the same for that wall, ensuring once again that it's 6 blocks high in total. For the wall in between the 2 sections we've just worked on, add 3 rows of white concrete blocks. We're not adding extra glass panes here, so just place your concrete blocks on top until it aligns with the rest of the wall. The total wall height here should be 4 blocks. Let's move on to the opposite side, this time adding another row of glass panes to make the windows 2 high. Then fill in the gaps with your concrete. For the front wall, we're going to build it up the same as we've just done for the opposite one, minus the large window. The highest point should be 6 blocks high. The last wall is really easy, just make sure it totals 4 high like I'm doing here. We'll come back to the bricks later on. Staying on this wall, grab your oak stairs and place a row of them on top of the concrete blocks, making sure to add an extra stair each side as the roof overhang. Then add another row of stairs underneath the one you've just done so they back onto the concrete. We want our roof to slope up, so follow where I place the next 2 rows of stairs. For the top part of the wall, we're going to place a downturned stair block in front of the concrete blocks. Do this on the opposite wall too. Add another row of stair blocks on the other side of the roof like I'm doing here. We've now got a gap at the top of the roof. Fill this in with oak planks. Then add a single row of oak slabs on top of that to really give the roof a point. Now we're going to slope this side of the roof down, remembering to add an extra stair block on both sides for the overhang. You can leave some of the middle stair blocks out as we'll be joining the 2 roofs here in a second. This portion of the roof is pretty much the same as what we've just done, but you may need to break a couple of existing stair blocks to merge the 2 roofs together. When it comes to the top section of the roof, we're going to fill it in with oak planks again, but we're not going to add the oak slabs. This is just because we want this part of the roof to be slightly lower. Now to finish our roof off, we're going to add downturned stair blocks on the overhang to create a nice sloped shape. Let's go back to the wall where we have the bricks. We're going to make a chimney here by placing one brick stair on the outside blocks and then adding bricks in the middle. This needs to be 7 blocks high. You'll need to break an oak stair block here. Add 3 additional bricks going towards the roof to make the chimney a little bit wider. You'll again need to break another oak stair block here. To complete the chimney, place down 2 campfires on top of the bricks and then block them in using spruce trapdoors. On the front wall, add a row of campfires and then put them out using a shovel. Get your spruce trapdoors and place 2 either side of the window to act as wooden shutters. On the other side of the door, we're going to add a single oak fence and then pop a lantern underneath it for some outdoor lighting. Just above the campfires, break one of the concrete blocks to make space for a small window. Use your spruce trapdoors once again for shutters. You don't have to do this, but you can place a downturned smooth quartz stair block above the front door just for a little extra detail. Below the other window space on the front wall, pop down some moss blocks to make a window box. Use your spruce trapdoors to block the moss in. You can make your window boxes as wide as you like them, or you don't have to add them at all if you don't fancy it. For the actual window here, I like the half open look, so to do this, break the middle panes and extend your windows outwards instead. You can do this on both sides of the window like this, or just on the one side like I've done, as it allows you to fill up your window box a little more. On the chimney wall, add your trapdoor shutters either side of the windows to fill the space. You can also add shutters on the small window at the back of the house too. I add these but remove them later, as you'll see. Add leaf blocks trailing up onto the chimney and onto the roof to bring some nature to the build. I do replace some of the trapdoor shutters with leaves if I think that they'd look good there. It's all about experimenting. Place your leaf blocks on all of the walls around the house and on as much as the roof as you'd like. I usually like mine to look quite overgrown. I've used dark oak leaves here and I just place them randomly until it looks right. When adding leaves to the build, I like to step away after placing some down to see how it looks from a distance. I can then go in and add more or take some away if I don't like the placement. For your window box, you can use whatever greenery you like, but here I've used lily of the valley, some grass and daffodils to fill mine in. I'm keeping the landscaping super simple for this house, so I just add some grass out the front and 2 oak trees around the side of the build to slightly add to the scenery. You could of course add in a seating area or a shed or a pond if you wanted to level up your build. Around the back of the house by the smaller window, you can add in another window box, but you might have to remove your shutters in order to place flowers down. I just place an additional leaf block to fill in the wall. Before we end the tutorial, let's just head inside and bring in some downturned oak stair blocks on the ceiling. This not only covers the random leaves I get from the Better Leaves pack and the brick block from the chimney, but also helps to mirror that sloping look we've got on the roof. You're now free to decorate it however you wish, whether that's with CITs, mods, or just crafting your own furniture through vanilla blocks. I hope this was easy to follow. Let me know if you built it in your world and how it turned out. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to let me know you're enjoying my content, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching!